Yeah, so DJ,
Sure.
with NIL and all these players deciding not to declare for the draft and stick around because of the money that's available to them, what's that doing to your pool? We got the Senior Bowl's February 1st, I think.
Yeah.
Are you missing out on a bunch of guys to, the point you were just talking about the kid at Ohio State, but these guys that are staying in school? What's the pool look like? And then the second part would be back to Travis Hunter. Put your GM hat on. Where would you take him as? Would you take him as a D-back, a corner, or a wide receiver?
Well, I want to start with that one because I want to go back to you quickly on that, Coach, because most times when you have guys that can do the two-way thing, and it goes back to, Champ Bailey and Woodson, all those guys, they major in defense and they minor in offense. It's just a lot easier to sprinkle them in on offense than to sprinkle them in on defense. The challenge for me, Coach, I actually like him better at receiver than I do at corner. And he's not big. He's going to be a little over, 170, 175 pounds. So asking him, even though he was able to do it in college, I think in the NFL where they're going to pull him into the run game a little bit more, I prefer him on offense over defense. I'd like to sprinkle him in, but Coach, I'd love to know your take. Can you do that? Can you go the other way and major in offense and minor in defense?
Okay, and Chuck will give his take on that. Daniel Jeremiah will continue to break down the draft boards on YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and TikTok Live. We'll see you tomorrow on ESPN. Goodbye. Okay, with that being said, Travis Hunter, easier to be offense, defense guy, or do you think you're going to see both? Hembo sent me a stat that he has been, I think, pushing throughout a lot of the ESPN folks. Average top 10 wide receiver at this point, top 5 wide receiver, $30 million. Mm-hmm. Average top 5, top 10 corner, like $20 million. There's a chance this guy's a $50 million player if he's able to be top 5 at both positions. I think that's going to be incredibly difficult. I think everybody that's been in the NFL thinks that's going to be incredibly difficult. There's a chance he's different, though. Right? Is there a chance that Travis Hunter is different as a guy who grew up in Boulder and loved the Colorado Buffaloes?
Yeah, I studied him, DJ, earlier this year, watched all his tape as a corner, and then Jay Gruden, we do a deal on the 33rd team. He broke him down as a wideout. This guy is a rare elite talent. I mean, what I saw him do on the defense, they weren't real complicated. He played, obviously a bunch of press man. They sprinkled in some two deep here and there. So from a, coverage standpoint, quarters, this, that, and the other, he's got some learning to do. But he's rare. And don't you think? I just think it's harder to find corners than it is to find wideouts, and I think you can find wideout, but the true cover guys, like if you want to be a pressure team and you want to get after people and you want to get lockdown corners and take away, the wideouts and play press coverage, I just think those guys are so hard to find, and to me it would be like go that route, put them on defense, and then have a package on. I think it's easier because
a red zone, a third down,
whatever that is, and then go the other way. We've seen it go the other way. We've seen Belichick, use some guys that play nickel corner in a pinch, if guys are injured and things like that. But yeah, the guy is rare wherever he goes and whatever side he plays on. I think he's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, he's Coach. I love that viewpoint, and I think that's kind of that's been traditional, right? Is that you're going to play defense. It is harder every year. I always send out a tweet every year, and it's free PSA for high school kids. I said every year in the draft room, and every year I've been doing this on the media side of things. I'm trying to trim my receiver list, and I'm trying to find corners. So if you have a chance to do one or the other, you got better odds if you go to corner of making it to the next level. So I'm with you on that. My only thing is I think of guys, slender frame corners Jason Verrett, I go back to him, was a great player, just couldn't stay healthy. Denzel Ward has been beat up a lot, who had a similar type frame for Cleveland. Like, this is not Pat Surtain. This is not a 200-pound, big, sturdy, physical guy. And I just feel more in the college game where you can kind of be removed from the action a little bit more, and he can cover like a son of a gun. But I feel like in the NFL, with so many of these condensed formations and bringing these guys into run fits, that's where I just worry about him holding up over the long term. That was my concern.
Hey, forced fumble to win a game. Big time. He has like 3 forced fumbles on the year. Travis Hunter is an absolute dog. Can he maintain being that Ferrari for an entire NFL season against adults? We shall see. Special talent.